Hey guys, so I'm recording this video today because the other day I recorded a video because I was really proud about something that I coded. Now, turns out that while I coded something really cool and I learned the code from scratch, someone else has done it a lot better than me. And I'm the type of person that you should always use the best tool available to you. Now, if you have a purpose for my tool, you're more than welcome to use it. I'm still going to make mine available. Whatever that reason may be. Maybe you find my code easier to look into, and so you trust it better. Maybe you don't need the fullness of the other tool. So my tool still will be available to you. But when I found this other guy's tool, dude, it does everything that I wanted my tool to do. The roadmap that I set out with me and my friend to create furthermore with my tool, this guy's done and blown out of the water very, very amazingly. And I want to go ahead and share that with you guys here today in this video. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to that. And I'll show you my tool and then his tool. His tool makes mine look like child's play, which it is. It is child's play compared to his tool. So here's my tool. You open up my tool. It has some very simple things that tells you what to do. You select a folder. You can type the folder in, or you can select it. If a folder is selected that doesn't have what it needs to patch, then the selection will be red, as indicated here. If what you're selecting does have a patchable file, once it's in there, it'll be green. And then once you've done that, if you do it again and you select a folder that has a patchable file, it should be blue in the future. There you go, because it's already been patched. And if you patch it again, it will revert the file. The file has been restored. That's my simple program. His is absolutely phenomenal. So if you look at this, it will search through all of your Steam games by going into the registry, loading up the Steam games, pulling out the directories to find the Open API, OpenVR underscore API.dil, and then it will figure out whether it's patched or not, and it'll list it here. You can then choose to patch it or not patch it. If it's unpatched, it'll look like this. If it's patched, it'll look like that. To patch it, it's as simple as clicking Install Plugin. Boom! You're patched. If you want to unpatch it, uninstall plugin. Then you can also launch the game right there for testing it, which is really cool. He also does some things that I had discussed doing, such as listing them out. He shows the size of the game. He allows you to edit the config of that patched API, which is one of the things that FSR allows you to do. Render scale, whether you're actually using FSR, the sharpness, and the radius, and some different things within that file you can adjust right here in his setup here. Also, you can show only the games that you've actually installed this on. So this is just the games that I've installed the patch on, or you can show all of them. You can also just show every single Steam game that you have. Since it's just crawling through your Steam games anyways, you might as well be able to see all of them. That's kind of cool. And this shows you whether the Steam game has OpenVR or not. So you can sort by that. Since it's already compiled the list, it's easy to be able to sort whether the game has OpenVR or not by that part of the list. And then you can see whether you've patched with OpenVR or not. So that's an interesting thing. Also, his program allows you to update the OpenVR files that are being used by selecting which folder those OpenVR files are being pulled from. So it's a little bit unclear. Let me see if this part could be done a little bit smoother. But this is the folder that he's pulling that from. And I've done it successfully in the past, where I just do this. There we go. So here are the files. So when our homeboy which he actually references down here. If you look all the way down here, he talks about who actually modified those files, fholger, and he has his README and the OpenVR BSD3 clause, which is great, down here. He links to that project so that you can get the latest files, and you can copy and paste the latest files here. These are the files that are cut and pasted into each of these directories that it finds. And when you look at this, it'll show you the directories that it's being installed into. So this file is actually used in a couple directories here in this game. You can choose not to install it to both directories, I think. And there's some good readmes on each of these. So this just makes it a lot easier to implement and de-implement this file, especially for testing. While we're unclear as to how well it's going to work with everything, we're really in the early stages of using this file and seeing how it's going to affect things. So I love the fact that FSR exists and that fholger has implemented it into the API for OpenVR. And now the tappi287, whose his name is where it said it here, Stefan Tapper. He has made it so easy for us to be able to implement it. It's so much better than I could have. It's absolutely amazing. And the cool thing is that he has done this open source. So like any conscientious and well-intentioned coder, he's left the source there for us. So we can go into this repository, someone like me, who I did my own whack at implementing this, and I got the job done on a small scale. I had greater aspirations, and he really just did so much better at this. So when you look at his implementation of this, so those are the files that he used by default. But if you look at, I think this was one. Yeah, so we can just look right at the source here and see what he's doing. And I, as a coder, or aspiring coders, I'm probably an aspiring coder. I'm not really even a full coder yet, obviously. We can look at this stuff and we can understand, hey, what's he doing? He's setting up his different variables. He's pulling the settings and grabbing these values so that he can then adjust those values within that file, allowing this sort of adjustment right here, so that you don't have to go to that directory and adjust that file. You can do it right here from his interface, making it absolutely amazing. So my hat's off to Stefan Tapper. Absolutely amazing. I've reached out to him, but I've been just so excited to have this at my fingertips that I wanted to make a video for you guys to let you guys know that someone just totally exceeded the stuff that I did, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So with that, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. So long, and thanks for all the fish.